Officers conducting immigrant enforcement will now be able to arrest people at places like churches and schools. This after a change by the Trump administration last week.
The decision has school districts bracing for potential absences. 9 News reporter Evan Krugel has more on what schools across the state are seeing so far.
Kim, multiple districts we spoke with today say attendance data does not appear to show a significant impact, at least not yet. But administrators say they are bracing for changes as families without documentation wait to see what happens. Places like churches and schools have long been considered off limits for immigration operations. But a change in policy by the Trump administration has fueled anxiety and concern for some in the Hispanic community.
Well, right now they're afraid. So we're a little upset about what that messaging sends out to the community and to these children that are there to get an education.
Sunny Subia is worried Coloradans without proper documentation will stop taking their kids to school after an arrest by immigration officers near a Loveland elementary school Wednesday morning.
That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. Some of these kids are behind already because of a language barrier.
Attendance numbers show that isn't happening, at least not yet. Denver Public Schools reported similar attendance last Wednesday to this Wednesday. And Boulder Valley says it's seeing pretty typical absence rates for this time of the year. Greeley-Evans did see a 0.5% drop from last Thursday to this Thursday, but a district spokesperson pointed to illnesses going around and said they cannot at all attribute that to any fear over ICE raids.
I'd be shocked, frankly, if we don't lose more students.
Dr. Tony Bird is the superintendent for Summit K-12, where nearly 40% of the student population is Hispanic. He says they've only had a few absences this week, but says staff members are hearing about the emotional toll on students.
We have stories of students getting off the bus and running home and not going out to play where they normally would play.
Dr. Bird hopes students will continue to come, knowing they're safe to continue to learn.
So it's safe for you to be here, and we have you. We got your back. It's safe.
It is worth noting, historically, immigration operations at schools have been practically unheard of. Summit staff has been instructed not to allow anyone into the school without a judicial warrant. They're also asking parents to update emergency contact information to ensure students can be picked up by someone if parents are detained by immigration officials. Kim?
So much to think of, and when you're thinking of kids who sometimes just don't want to go to school because they don't feel great that day. A lot to be scared about.
We know students don't learn if they're not in school. They're hoping they continue to come and know that's a safe place as this is all happening.
All right, thank you, Evan.
You bet.